We're going to explain how to deploy a Django project on a local network. This will let you access your Django application from other devices on your home or office network without needing a public-facing internet connection. Here's a step-by-step guide. 1. Project preparation. First, ensure your Django project is fully functional on your local machine. Run Python manage py-run server to confirm everything works as expected. This checks for any errors before deployment. 2. Choosing a web server. We'll use Gunicorn, a popular WSGI HTTP server for Python, for production-like behavior. It's more robust than Django's built-in development server. You'll need to install it using pip install Gunicorn. 3. Setting up Nginx. Optional but recommended. Nginx is a powerful reverse proxy server. It acts as a front-end for Gunicorn, handling static files, load balancing, if you have multiple servers later, and security. Install it via your system's package manager, e.g. apt-get install nginx on Debian Ubuntu, brew install nginx on macOS. 4. Configuring Gunicorn. Create a simple configuration file, for example, gunicorn.conf.py, specifying your Django project path and the number of worker processes. Start with 2 or 3. A sample file would look something like bind equals 0.0.0.08000 workers equals 3, hdir equals some path to your Django project, Python path to your Django project. You'll have to replace /path to your Django project with your actual project directory. 5. Starting Gunicorn. Navigate to your project's directory in the terminal and run gunicorn c gunicorn conf.py your project.usg application. This launches Gunicorn, listening on all network interfaces, 0.0 and the specified port. In this example, port 8000. Your project's WSGI file, your project WSGI, is critical for communication between Gunicorn and Django. 6. Configuring Nginx, if using. You'll need to create an Nginx configuration file, often in SAR etc. Nginx, sites available, or a similar directory. This file directs incoming requests to Gunicorn. The config should define which domain or IP address to listen on, proxy the request to Gunicorn's port, 8000 in our example, and handle static files appropriately. Remember to enable the configuration file using a command like lns, path to your nginx config, etc. nginx sites enabled. The precise configuration will vary depending on your Nginx version and setup. 7. Finding your server's IP. Determine your server's IP address. You can usually find this using the command ipconfig, Windows, or ifconfig, Linux Mac OS. This is the address you'll use to access your Django application from other devices on your network. 8. Accessing your application. Open a web browser on a device on your local network and navigate to http your server IP 8000, or the port you configured for Gunicorn. If you are using Nginx, then the port will be 80 or 443 for HTTPS, unless you've configured a different one. If everything is set up correctly, you should see your Django application. 9. Firewall considerations. Ensure your firewall allows incoming connections on the port used by Gunicorn or Nginx. Remember to replace placeholder values with your actual project paths, port numbers, and IP address. This detailed explanation should help you deploy your Django project successfully on your local network.